Well, good morning, everybody. Hold on, let's set the levels right. I'm only using this microphone, so got to make sure I got it right. Hey, this is Mike, Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta India. How's everybody today? Am I awake? Yeah, I'm awake. I might go back to bed, but I'm awake right now. How's everybody doing? This is a special one. Hey, Joe, how are you? I see Joe's in the chat. Anybody else want to come on and chat? Please feel free to come on and chat. I got some news for you. Do you know my email address? My email address is ko4pdi@1791.com. Got it? All right, go get a pencil and paper. You're going to write this down, or you're going to type out an email to me, ko4pdi@1791.com. Mark that email address down. You are going to email me if you would like to be part of my live podcast tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern, 2300 Zulu. You can get in, and I will send you a link for StreamYard, and you can be on the live chat with me. Ask me any questions you want. Tell me I'm ugly. Tell me I'm handsome. Whatever you want. All the women out there, all the YLs, come on, I'm single. I'm still here. Anyway, we're going to talk about the continuing tower project that I'm working on. If you've noticed, I have not been on FT8. I have not done any satellites this week. Why? Because the rotor has been taken down and put on the new tower, and I'm having all kinds of little issues dealing with the winch. The winch was put in crooked, and as a result, it jumped the spool, jammed up, and I had to take the whole thing apart, take it down off the wall, and fix it. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is get that winch mounted solid on the side of my house and not cocked. Hold on. Let's turn off this. This is my HT. It's on my All-Star node and on my local node. All right. So anyway, the tower is up. The concrete's in. Now what has to happen is I have to run all the cables up there for all the antennas and the amplifiers. The amplifiers and the antennas and the rotor are mounted at the top of the tower. Now it's just a matter of fishing the wall and getting the new rotor control cables through the wall, which is not easy. I might need help for that. And also, good morning, Steve, KO4AFL. It's our Central East Coast ARRL rep, I believe. What was your title, Steve? Put it on there in the chat so I can tell everybody. Steve's the guy, if you want to take your test to upgrade or get your technician license or your general license online, Steve's the guy that'll help you out. And good morning, Steve. Thank you for coming. Steve's a great guy. He's got a YouTube channel, too. Look him up. So, yeah, we're not doing any satellite passes this morning. Assistant Section Manager for South Carolina. That's his official title. Steve, KO4AFL. Check him out. Check out his YouTube. He's a really nice guy. All right, so what I'm talking about today is two things. I want you guys to come and be with me in my podcast live tomorrow night. So email me at ko4pdi@1791.com, and I will send you the link to join the live chat and the live stream. And you don't have to go on with a camera if you don't want to, but if you want to, you can. You're more than welcome to. ko4pdi@1791.com. All right. So I will put that in the chat as well. Let's give you, it's in the description of this thing, but I'll still give it to you again. There you go. Okay, so there's my email address in the chat. So if you would like to be part of tomorrow night's live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern, 2300 UTC, send me an email, and I will send you the link to the StreamYard. That you will just have to click on the link, set up your camera and your audio, and you're all set, and you'll join the chat, and we could all chit-chat and have a great time. You can ask me anything about the tower, about things going on. The tower, I really want to get it right, so I'm working really hard to get everything just perfect, and every now and then you run into little bumps in the road that kind of knock you off your socks, and that's what happened yesterday. I was all set to run the control lines for the rotor, And the reason I want to do that is the rotor in the position it is now is pointing due north. Well, with it pointing due north, my new 70 centimeter Yagi, I cannot lower it all the way to the ground because the antenna is so long, it'll get bent if it goes all the way. So I only let it down partially in order to work on that antenna. I got that antenna up. I have to make a jumper that's an end connector on both ends, which I'm going to probably do today. But I can't lower the tower right now because the winch is not mounted correctly on the house. I basically got lucky with the way I had it mounted that it didn't damage anything and I didn't have any serious issues with it. But let me tell you something. That tower, when it's coming up and down, that's a load, man. That winch is working. Now, is it more than the winch can handle? No. The winch can handle that fine, but the winch is cocked. So as it's rolling it up, I'm concentrating on when to stick the pin in on the bottom to keep it vertical. And as I'm doing that, what happened was the cable rolled up on one side of the spool and went over the edge of the spool and jammed. So I had to stop everything, disconnect the thing, take the winch off the wall, and work on it all day yesterday to get that cable unstuck. Good news is the cable was not crushed in any way. It just jammed up one little section, but it's not pressed or no strands are broken in the cable, so that's good. It's not crimped, so the cable's okay. So it's a matter of getting that winch mounted perfectly level so that the wire will roll up naturally back and forth on the spool and not have the issue I had yesterday. So I'm dead in the water as far as raising and lowering the tower at this point until I fix that winch. And the way I'm going to fix it is the guy that drilled the holes for me in the side of the house made them cockeyed. You know, one's higher than the other. I thought by tightening up the screws enough I could get it level. I can't get it level. So either we drill new holes or we augment these particular holes so that we can get the winch level. I have a steel plate on both sides of the wall, one on the inside that's across the whole closet that it's in, and one on the outside. And I've tightened that thing down to the point where the sheetrock in the closet that it's mounted in is depressed because I tightened it that tight, which you need. You need it to be really tight. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So that's where I'm at right now. Today I'm going to try to get the winch level. If I get the winch level, I will then put some screws into that steel plate into the concrete, probably Tapcons, to keep it from shifting, and then I will be able to use the winch again. So wish me luck on that. That's the project for today. If I happen to get that done in a reasonable amount of time and I can lower the tower down to the point where I can hook up the control cables and fish the wall with the control cables, I will actually be able to get back on the sats much sooner, because then I can turn the rotor so that it's safely, I can let the tower down all the way, and then once I let the tower down all the way, I can then run the coax to the two antennas up there, and also I'm going to run coax for two HF antennas that are also going to be fed off this tower. So I got my work cut out for me, and anybody in the area, you want to come over and give me a hand, God, come on over, get in touch with me, let me know. So if you're watching this while I'm doing it live or you're watching it later on, just remember, email me at ko4pdi@1791.com, ko4pdi, that's my call sign, at 1791.com. People ask me about that email address. It's a service I pay for that can't be tracked by Google, which is really nice. I like that. So 1791.com is where I got that email address. If you want to get that email address, make sure you tell them I sent you. All right, I got two of those addresses I pay for. One is PhotoGuyMike at 1791.com and ko4pdi at 1791.com. And man, it's been fantastic. I'm trying to shift all my stuff over to there. So tomorrow, come on the live stream. Love to have you. We could chit chat. You could tell me about your projects. I could tell you about mine. If you got questions about my projects, ask me. I will gladly talk to you and answer any questions you have. In the meantime, I'm really bummed because we just had two really good ISS passes, and I couldn't get on either one. because I don't know, my antenna's hooked up right now. And I have no HF ability right now. I'm actually thinking of putting either my, probably put one of my portable antennas out in the backyard and hook it up to the 7300 just to get on the air. I'm missing being on the radio. It's killing me. Repeaters and open spots and all, they're great, but that's not what does it for me. What does it for me is HF, and I FT8. I love doing that. I love doing just HF calling at night, getting Portugal and Spain and France and Sweden and the Netherlands. It's a blast to do that. So I miss it. I haven't had it for about 3 days, and it's driving me nuts. So anybody wants to come over and help me finish this project, you're more than welcome to. But in the meantime, don't forget, tomorrow night, if you would like to be on the podcast with me, and it's not formal, we just chit chat and talk ham radio. Tell me what you love, what you hate, what you think is great, what you don't think is great, what you want to do, what you can't do. If you're new, if you're a tech and you're saying, oh, that looks so complicated with those satellites, I could get you going on satellites overnight. So please feel free to get in touch with me. So Joe and Steve, thanks for coming. If you watch this later in the day, remember, email me at ko4pdi@1791.com, and I will send you the link to the StreamYard service that I'm going to use to stream live tomorrow night. All right? So, on that note, I'll wish you a fond adieu and say this is KO4PDI wishing you a fond, wonderful day. Enjoy your day. Get out there, play radio, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. At least not without me. All right? KO4PDI, I'm going to say 73. I'll be clear. Catch you tomorrow night.